All right, well, this is kind of a weird one. Let's recap some of the worst gaming moments of 2023 and then move on to this new topic. If you recall, we had some really epic fails in 2023. We had the Gollum game, which was absolutely probably the worst rated game of 2023. But then shortly a little bit later came the King Kong game, which honest to God might have been worse. Both of which were pretty much considered scams, wastes of time, waste of money. Overworked and underpaid developers didn't have time to get these games ready. Long story short, they were just both disastrous. And then came the day before. Definitely the biggest letdown of 2023, maybe one of the biggest letdowns of games, the gaming industry of all time. Because of the fact that there was so much anticipation and hype for this game. It was at one point the most wishlisted game on Steam, and then the thing came out and it was a god-awful, colossal mess. Now we have Palworld, which a lot of people are playing. It just recently launched a day or two ago. It already sold 4 million copies. It hit a concurrent player peak of over 1 million players, which I think is an all-time record, or at least it's like in the top 5 for games. Huge success right off the bat. Not without some criticism, though. A lot of it being partially its comparison to Pokemon, which was intentional. Let's be honest, the developer wanted the comparison because essentially this game is like Pokemon meets Ark meets Valheim, okay? It is a crafting survival world with Pokemon-like characters that you catch in little orbs, little balls. And I'll probably put some background footage. I was testing the game out for like an hour and a half before I recorded this, so I might mix in some game footage. Long story short, it's not turn-based like Pokemon, but it is very similar, both in the animation style, the animals, the little Pokemon pal type characters you can capture. It does rely a lot heavier on the crafting, building, technology tree, but all of it's very basic, all of it's very limited, and we'll get into that in a minute. But there have been allegations that they used AI art for developing the game, the characters, and honestly, I'm going to be very honest, if I were to play this game, and let's say I was going to do a video review of it, right? I was going to spend 3 days playing it and then share my thoughts. An hour and a half in, it's fun. I could see spending time like a time waster game, kind of like I did with New World or any other like game like Ark. I don't know that I would go past maybe a week or two of playing it because it is so, the graphics are so rudimentary. The gameplay is so simplified. It's like if you took every aspect of a survival crafting game and dumbed it down as much as you possibly could and then combined it with Pokemon, that's what we're dealing with. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's honestly been, the little bit I played of it was pretty enjoyable. But one thing to realize, one thing to note, is that the developers of this game, I believe the name of the company is called, let me double check here, Pocket Pair. They also made Craftopia. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, because I knew very little about Craftopia before my daughter played it, Craftopia is basically like a Legend of Zelda clone, okay? And if you see this here from Lofty Pixels, he's showcasing the style of this Craftopia game, all right? If you look at this very much has a Breath of the Wild feel. Very much piece by piece. Scenery, it even pans down to there's a stable down there, little lampposts and stuff. Looks very much like Breath of the Wild. Even the UI looks like Breath of the Wild. So, on top of that, we've seen a lot of people complaining about the fact that this game, Palworld, seems to be AI generated. Again, I don't know that there's any proof, but they are using some old screenshots of things that the CEO of Pocket Pair has tweeted out in the past to try to claim that this is all done by AI. Which then, of course, has brought out the most insane people on Twitter to start freaking out about it. And look, here's the thing. I grew up on Nintendo. I love Nintendo. Nintendo is probably my favorite system out of the three, but I think definitely if I had to buy one, I'd probably buy an Xbox, but you know what? I have a PC, so I don't need to buy an Xbox. So my favorite console is definitely by far Nintendo, just because of the fact that I grew up on it. The games that I've played, the franchise exclusives that they have, I'm a Nintendo guy. However, there are people who take that to an extreme, and if you read some of these screenshots, Master of the TDS compiled these on Twitter, shout out to him, people are losing their ever-loving minds over this game. One person says, much as I love the concept behind Palworld, I've reversed my stance after the AI art allegations have surfaced. Person doesn't even have proof that they're, that it used AI. But here we are, they're just refunding their purchase, whatever. It's a bit weird that people are saying Pokemon is a big company, so it's okay to steal from them and praise Palworld, which has a ton of AI art, then go on to tweet about how horrible layoffs are in the art and design world or comment on job scarcity in that field. Another person says, I don't care how good Palworld is, I'm not supporting AI. The funny thing is, these people are all on social media, which is helping develop AI systems, which, okay, whatever. Another one says, I'm astounded by how many people are into Palworld. Really puts into perspective how little people actually care about games. A literal asset flip throwaway title made by an AI crypto scam company is doing numbers right now. I thought y'all hated that stuff, I guess not. And look, here's the thing. You have legitimate complaints. And honestly, from what I've played of this Palworld game, I got it through Game Pass, so I didn't have to pay a dime for it. It's not the kind of game that I would want to spend 30, 40 bucks on. It seems like it could be fun, enjoyable. Long term, I don't know how much I'd play it. Short term, sure, it's a nice little time waster. My kids could play it. They'd probably have fun with it. But the amount of coping and freaking out that these people... I mean, and look, the thing is, they're all anime avatars on Twitter. There's a certain mentality to that you just can't get around. But yeah, the game definitely seems like a clone. It definitely seems like a paint by numbers, Pokemon or Legend of Zelda, crafting, Valheim type game. And that doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that there are questions to be raised about the development of this game. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I know that a lot of people have played it. Like I said, I think the game's fine. I think it was a little bit that I played was enjoyable. I'll probably hop on it, maybe do a live stream tomorrow or Tuesday. We'll see. I don't know. Play a little bit more of it, see how it progresses, and kind of go from there. But share your thoughts down below on what you think about all this, and I'll see you guys later. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. We do have 2 channels, one for daily uploads, the other one for more of my live streams and hot takes. Links to both are down below, as well as the ability to join as a channel member for as little as $3 a month, and that'll greatly help us out. Much appreciated. We also have links to our Etsy accounts down below, as well as our website. We also have locals and Subscribestar. If you didn't want to support us on YouTube, you can support us through those. Thanks again for being here, and we will see you on the next one.